Who believes in seeing robin redbreasts, and what do you believe when you see a robin redbreast bird? The reason why I ask, twice this week I've seen multiple robin redbreasts in different locations as well. Interesting. I'm not massively spiritual, massively woo-woo, but what I do believe is the messaging from the universe. And I do believe when I see a robin redbreast, there is a message from the universe to say all is well. Genuinely, I do believe that. And I've just literally seen 3 robin redbreasts just before I've jumped on this. And I actually feel great right now at the moment. So for me, there's no coincidence, you know. I believe in synchronicity, and I definitely believe in messages from the universe, and, you know, that we are one and all. Yeah, we're all just trying to do our best with this thing called life, right? And we're all interconnected. But anyway, I had no intention of doing today's live about that. But as I say, just seen multiple redbreasts all in one go. So thought I'd throw it in there. So, how is everyone? You know the drill, guys. Fitzy show 145, I believe. Can you believe I've done 145 of these? Wow. I started off these saying I'll never have enough content. But you know what? Life is so varied, and life is such a big, massive journey that we should be enjoying all the way. How can you run out of content? We had the message before when we walked to the station. Yeah. Myself and Crean, my wife, had one big thing couple of years ago, one big event, and Crean had to go and face the music on something. It was a big thing, and we both dramatically saw a robin redbreast. It literally came and hovered around us. It felt like for ages. And you know what? That situation or that experience went well afterwards. So yeah, I do believe in sort of synchronicity, and you know, that things happen for a reason. And messages from the universe, as I say. But anyway, right, let me crack on with this. So, had my group call yesterday with my guys. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm inviting the 28-dayers, the newbies to my crew. I invite them onto my Brotherhood call. I'm gonna say the call with the old timers, the guys that have been with me quite some time. You know, the guys that have signed up for 6 or 12 months to my group. The Brotherhood, the ultimate comeback. And just going to talk today a little bit of what it's like on the group call. And this was also triggered by one of the guys who just messaged me this morning, and, you know, confidentiality and all that. And I won't reveal his identity. But, you know, it's just a confirmation. I've just had the message that the guy said he felt really emotional on yesterday's call, you know, and because we're hearing everybody's stories, you know, all the guys talk. I give them all a slot, which I'll talk about in a minute. I give them all a slot to talk about their situation, their personal situation. How are they performing against what we agreed, and all of that, and but also talk about challenges and everything like that. So I'll get more into that in a minute. But it's really touching when you get that type of emotional message from another man as well, you know. Because we're, you know, this bullshit in society, we're told to man up, we're told to stiff up a lip, we're told to, you know, don't reveal our true problems or vulnerability. It's all bollocks. Yeah, it took me 46 years to learn that, actually, from when I left corporate world. But anyway, what's my group calls like? So the way I'll describe it: fun, number one. You know, and I'm not talking about jumping up and down and clapping and woo-woo and all that carry on. I don't do that, right? But we just have a bit of banter between us, geezers together, having a bit of fun, not taking ourselves too seriously, me especially. You know, I've done all that in corporate world where you've got the mask on and you're all serious, and you can't be your true self because of other people looking at you and judging you, or that's what you feel like. But anyway, so what I feel like on the calls that we have, is that the masks are off, you know, and we just talk straight with each other. You know, I'm obviously leading the call. The call format is the guys talk about the previous month. They talk about the 5 pillars: energy, mindset, business, enjoyment, relationships. They talk about how they've performed against those 5 pillars according to what they said they were going to do. Yeah. and then set up new goals for the following month and the following quarter actually as well yesterday, because so obviously end of March we've done the first quarter and we're now into the second quarter of the year, April, May, June. So the guys go through that. Most importantly, they talk about the challenges, what problems or that they're facing, what obstacles they're facing, and what's great in the group format, we then share how we deal with these things. How do we overcome these things? And this is the critical point of a community, being surrounded by like-minded people is to get inspired by the people around you and to understand that we're not alone. There are people out there going through the same shit that we are. Not saying all life is shit, but when we're going through troubles, trials, tribulations, challenges, experiences, quite often we think we're alone, right? Quite often we think, oh, we're the only one, I'm the only one. However, in a group format, what's the matter? And I know this because I'm, coaching all these guys either as a group or one-to-one. So I know, call it their intimate details. I know what their real inner voice is saying. I know what the real life challenges are. So I know that there's similarities between all of them, to different degrees. And it's amazing when guys open up and share, And you know what? Not one size fits all. I'm not going to say that, but quite often how one man fixes a challenge or an issue, another guy can learn from that. And, it's quite often, I wouldn't say one solution, but a combination of different things. You try a different method, a different style, a different angle, and then we talk about higher self and lower self. There's a lot about identity in my calls, because for me, specifically, for a lot of the guys, they agree that we lose our identity, right? We don't know who the fuck we are anymore, when we're transitioning from one thing to another, whatever it might be. We might be moving abroad. We might be transitioning from one job to another. We might be just become a father. We might have just lost a parent. All these sorts of different transitions in life. And we get challenged. We get challenged over and over and over and over, right? And the whole time, our identity is being chipped away at. We sort of lose focus. We lose focus on who the hell we are anymore, And when I was at the end of my tether in corporate world, I absolutely felt I lost my identity. So we do a lot of identity work, a lot of visualizations, a lot of NLP, a lot of higher self, lower self, which to the untrained eye might sound a little bit woo-woo, but it's super powerful. Hi, David. How are you, man? Hi, Peter. It was a really good meeting. Yeah, brilliant. Why does it have to be running, though? This is the business end. This this is the bit I'm going to get to in a minute now, right? So, as well as the fun, as well as the banter, as well as the the jokey side to the calls, there's also a serious element. And when I talk about this, I take it very seriously because this is people's lives, man. This is fucking, these men in front of me have given me the privilege and trusted me enough to open up their life to me and to the group, and that bit I take very seriously, super seriously, and then the other bit I take very seriously as well is what a man has said he's going to do. Is he showing up, right? And it's not for me. I'm irrelevant. All I'm there is the guide, the facilitator. I might be a few steps ahead of this journey thing called life. I might have had more challenges, experiences than the guys in the group. So I'm just a few steps ahead, maybe. I've got the torch, I've got the map, I can show them where the pitfalls are. And it's easy for me in this respect that I'm not involved specifically in their lives. I'm not emotionally involved in their lives. So I can see from a distance, like a drone view or a helicopter view. I can look straight down into someone's life and what they're telling me across the 5 pillars: energy, mindset, business, enjoyment, and relationships. And I can pinpoint, where the blind spots are. you know, and I've got coaches that do that for me as well. I've got a business coach, I've got a personal coach, and I wouldn't do without them, you know. And the serious element I'm getting at now is, did the guys show up? Did the guys do what they said they were going to do? And the bit I'm getting at here, it's not about me. I'm irrelevant in this. Yeah, I'm just a mirror for the guys, and I'm just reflecting back to them what they've said to themselves that they're going to do, right? And this is the bit I take very seriously. If they haven't shown up for themselves, if they haven't done what they said they were going to do for themselves, not for me, not necessarily for the group, but for themselves, you know, that whole thing when you look in the mirror, that whole thing when you've made a big list of goals and plans, and I'm going to do this, that, and the other, you know. And the reason why the group works very well, and the reason why our community works very well, not only are we surrounded by like-minded people with similar challenges, similar issues, might be booze, might be transitioning from one lifestyle to another, it might be fitness, it might be diet, it might be food choices, it might be relationships, it might be, you know, I've not got enough enjoyment in my life, it might be I want promotion in work. Let me know if any of this resonates, guys. So as I say, the bit I take very seriously, did I show up for myself, is what the guys should be saying. Yeah, did I show up for myself? And like, so what Pete is referring to there, we also do a mental and a physical challenge every month. Yeah, now this month the physical challenge is to run more than we normally would, and there's more specifics, there's more conditions to that, but it's essentially to run, and to run at least 3 times a week for all of us, no matter what level we are. And then there's different, you know, they've all signed up to either run a 5k by the end of the month, or run a 10k, or what, you know, a step higher than they were before. And this is the bit for me that's, you know, the accountability side, and did we show up, and did we at least try to do the very best we could do, you know? And the reason why I've chosen running, because I'm going to swear again, by the way, I fucking hate running. I absolutely hate running, right? Those of you that follow me may have seen me do some quite reasonably fast times in the past at 5k and stuff like that, and we do a little bit of sprinting. We did a bit of sprinting today, but as a rule, for me to go out and do some exercise, one of the last things, if not the last, is to say, right, put my trainers on and go for a run. Don't enjoy it whatsoever. Just don't enjoy it. It's boring for me. I like sort of physical contact, like the wrestling, the MMA, the boxing, and even at our Man Alive sessions, even at our outdoor hit sessions, there's always a bit of competition. There's always a bit of, you know, you're always looking at the man next to you. Just wanted to show you this quick little place. This is part of my walk along the Alban Way in St Albans. Just don't want to mess this camera up. But yeah, so we do a little bit of running, but you know, I don't put my trainers on and say, right, let's go for a run. It's just, yeah, it's like pulling teeth, you know. The mental challenge the other month as well was to give up sugar for a month, and that killed me. You know, that was another one of my weaknesses. Having given up booze, and you know, nearly at 1,200 days now coming up. When you stop booze, there's a serious craving for sugar. So anyway, guys, I thought I'd just share that with everybody. You know, and I'm thinking of different things now for the future, that I might interview a couple of the guys in the Brotherhood, just to show the public what we do a little bit, give them a glimpse. Let's see how that rolls. I just think we've got something very special going. It's a private place to have, you know, conversations perhaps that we wouldn't have with anybody else. You know, being able to open up, show vulnerability, be honest with ourselves as well, and be honest with the group. You know, have we showed up? If we haven't, why haven't we? What's the reasons? And how could we do better? And what, you know, what's the new targets and outcomes? So anyway, guys, going to leave it there. Got any questions, or if you want to, you know, have a glimpse into our world, there's a link in here somewhere. 28-day program. Come and have a look. It's only £99 for 1 month, which my business coach says, I can't believe that you're leaving it at that, but there you go. Yeah, what I'm doing is very important to me, and you know, especially the groups, as well as one-to-ones. So anyway, have a great day, guys. Keep doing what you love and doing it with passion. You know, that's a thing that I keep coming up in my mind at the end of these shows now. Do what you love and do it with passion, and I genuinely believe that. It's not guru BS or personal development BS. I mean that from heart to heart. Find stuff that you love to do and then do it with passion. And why wouldn't you? Anyway, going to leave it there, guys. Take care of yourselves. Let me know you're on. Just a quick hello, live or replay. And have a good